Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today at Juanette's Crafting Corner for my Quick Tip Thursday. This is episode number 42, and I have a new book here to put down the names of people who I want to thank. And you can see, I think I bought it at a charity shop. It was $1.50, and it's a beautiful little book. So, anyway, I'll take that off in a minute, but I want to thank these people for their comments, and especially everybody wished me to get better soon. And I feel I'm on the way, to be back to normal health from this little cold I have. But when you have asthma, it does take quite a long time for um, that whole congestion thing to go away. But anyway, let's get started on this video. And thanks, everyone. My quick tip today is try not to make gator mouth journals. Me personally, I find it difficult to write in them when they're too big. But if you want to put a lot of stuff in your journal, you just make a new spine. Now, this is the next Christmas journal I was working on. This is the spine, was the spine. And when I had all of the papers that I want in the journal, it was flat, but that's without adding anything. So I realized I have to make a larger spine, and it's very quick and quite easy to do. So you dismantle the book, take off the spine, and all I did was take a pair of I use my Tim Holtz scissors, or the other thing I've used is just this craft knife. And I think the original one was, let's see, it looks like it's only about, gosh, maybe even 1 inch. That's not a very big spine for a nice journal. So I have over here a piece of cardboard, and I've measured it to the same height as the book. And so I'm going to cut it with a craft knife and then double check to make sure it is the same height. Oops, I think I'm going way off. Gotta hold that down. I want to thank everybody who wished me my health to get better. And I'll tell you what I did. If you guys can do this in your area, I definitely recommend it. There is a service here in the Phoenix metropolitan area. Now that's perfect. I can see that that is perfect. But it is thinner than the book itself. So I need to double this up. So I'm going to cut 2 strips that are the same and then glue them together. So I'm going to pull out my chipboard cutter here. And I think I'm going to do these like 2 inches. Let's do them 2 inches. The journal. So anyway, if you have this in your area, you should do it. It's a service where a nurse, a lot of times it is a nurse practitioner, and she came to my house and started an IV on me. And in that IV, I have a list of things: vitamin C, zinc, B12, B complex, this other thing, glutathione, and magnesium. So the zinc, we know what vitamin C does. The zinc may shorten the symptoms and make your cold or flu be shorter. The B12 helps balance your immune system to better fight viral infections. The B complex also will help your immune system. That glycoside, it is a detoxer, and it also increases your immune system. And then the magnesium chloride helps your body fight infections. And then she also gave me a full liter of fluid. And if you know anything about asthma, when you have asthma, especially with a cold, you tend to do a lot of mouth breathing, and especially when you're sleeping. And I had also developed like a low-grade fever. And so I was a little dehydrated. So it's hard to drink enough fluids, but with getting that IV, I cannot believe the difference I felt. Once she left, I laid down and took another nap. And when I woke up, I felt like a completely different person. It's amazing. Now, insurance did not cover it, had to pay for it out of my pocket, but to me, it was well worth it. So I've got my two pieces here, and let me just see. Yeah, I think the two of them together will be more than enough to be thick enough for the spine. And so let's just glue these two together. I maybe could have gone 1.5, but I would rather have it a little bit more space in between signatures than have a gator mouth. I think it looks better on your shelf when it's not so, you know, bulgy and, sticking out. Okay, let's add these two together. And again, you've heard me talk about the praises of my Beacon 3-in-1 glue. It gives you time to move around and stuff. So we're going to let this dry. And we will just have a bigger, a wider spine now. So I've gone ahead and attached one side of the front of the book with the spine. And I'm going to show you how I do the other side, or always do them. I like doing hidden spines. So what I do is I take, this is just a little skewer so that I have an even amount on both sides. And I lay my next, which would this be the back of the book, I lay it up against the spine. I take a T ruler, and I'm not so sure you guys are going to be able to see that. I brought it up as much as I can, but this is a T ruler. And so I lay this part on the edge of the book, and then this runs along the side of the book. And so it helps keep things square. Then I have my skewer in between it, and I just line them up, kind of holding that T-square where it needs to be, really working at the two of them to make sure everything is lined up. It may not be exactly perfect, but it gets it pretty close. Yeah, that seems pretty good. And then I just take a piece of sticky tape, like packaging tape, and I lay it over it. And it's going askew on me. Of course it is. But what I'm going to do now is pick this up and straighten it out. There, I think we're going to be okay. Let me see. Yeah, we're good there. And then I take the entire book, flip it over, and you see how that skewer just came out. So now I have a nice spine that is equal on both sides. Then I will take some more of this tape and put it over here just to give it a little bit more strength. This is the tape I use. I think I got it off of Amazon. And because this book is going to be covered with fabric, it doesn't matter that you can kind of see this tape, at least at this point. So one there, and then one on the other side. And that's how I do my spine. So the next thing I do is I run my bone folder down just to kind of press that in. Now I did it a little bit vigorously there and it tore this paper tape, but I just added some packing tape, plastic packing tape onto that just so that it would be strong enough. But again, there's going to be fabric here. But then let me show you. So when I stand it up, okay, it's perfect. It can't be any more perfect. And when I look at the difference in the spine of what was going to be the original, or what was the original book, to what is going to be now, I will have a journal that will not be a gator mouth. So in my next video of journal making, we will decorate the book itself, the outside of the book. And I did a video showing that I did receive a lot of the red, the Tim Holtz fabric. So I'm going to be using that to decorate the outside of it. I will also be using some of Rachel from Roxy Creations, some of her Christmas fabrics. So anyway, that's my quick tip Thursday. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it helped you out. And I will see you guys for Slow Stitch Saturday. Thanks and bye-bye.